Sports today. So, a bit of a breaking news update for you, and this time it's from the world of tennis. Now, you know that we've been building up to the Australian Open, but unfortunately, the Australian Open men's draw is going to be missing one of its main star attractions, and that would be Carlos Alcaraz, the young Spaniard, who is, of course, the world number one in the ATP rankings, in the singles rankings, has unfortunately been ruled out of the Australian Open with a leg injury that he sustained recently. He took to Twitter and he said that, I was actually looking forward to being part of the Australian Open and I had been training really hard. I'd been putting in a lot of preparation. Unfortunately, we won't really be able to be part of, I won't be able to be part of this particular Grand Slam. So it's heartbreaking, but see you in 2024. He put out a brief statement, and it actually does continue his recent run of bad luck when it comes to injuries kind of blighting his momentum. You'd remember that Alcaraz had in fact won the US Open in 2022, and that ended up making him the youngest, number one. The number one highest ranked world ranked player from since the time that the ATP rankings had actually been in existence in 1973. But after that, he ended up getting injured in the Paris Masters towards the end of the year, and that ended up making him miss out on, of course, the year ender, the ATP finals. So he couldn't really capitalize on that either. But he was the top ranked player, and he was, of course, the top seed coming into this particular Grand Slam. So unfortunately, now that the top seed of the men's singles side will be missing out, but that's the way it is. It's a very bad poorly timed injury, and actually if you look at it in the bigger picture sense, it's also a bit of a blow for the Australian Open as a whole, because coming into this year 2023 was going to be something of year of transition for the sport of tennis. You had two titans of the sport announce their retirement in 2022. So the Australian Open will be seeing no Roger Federer and no Serena Williams. Both of them had announced their retirement. So this time around, the tournament was keen to ensure that there was as much star power there as possible. And that meant, of course, that, Novak Djokovic would be returning this year after, a pretty controversial 2022 where he ended up getting deported and whatnot. And of course, Rafael Nadal now is a part of the Grand Slam as well. And don't forget now that with Alcaraz's injury, Nadal will be the one who gets put up into the top seed. And Djokovic is now in the top four, which means that a potential Djokovic-Nadal match can only take place in the semi-finals at the earliest. So that'll be the main match to keep an eye out for. But it's still a bit of a blow for the organizers, who would have wanted a young star in Carlos Alcaraz to actually be on tour, especially considering that, with Nadal, there's never any certainty how his body will hold up. Djokovic, too, age is getting there with him, so you never really know what exactly is going to happen. Would have been nice to have a younger star, some new blood, especially in the absence of older legends. Anyway, that's the breaking news update that we have for you guys. Thank you all for joining us. As always, if you enjoy our work over here at Sports Today, you can like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment, and of course, tap the bell icon. And beyond that, you can also go ahead and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Last but not least, don't forget to download the SportsTech app. Thank you all once again for joining us. I'll see you guys through the day. For now, though, goodbye.